Hello everyone, thank you for joining for the June 2025 Pet Health and Overall Well-Being reading. So we're just going to check in and see what our animals have to share with us in terms of alerting us to anything we should know in June. Could be physical, diet, mental health even for our pets. So we'll see what the themes are. So that's why I'm shuffling the cards first. We'll see how the cards fall, and then what we'll do is have the angels and our animal souls use the charms to give us some advice on solutions or how they would like us to respond regarding sort of the theme that surfaced here. So we'll see how many themes we get. I'll timestamp. So if something's not resonating for your pet, you can just skip ahead to what sort of best fits your scenario. This will be breed agnostic unless they purposely provide us with a breed, which could happen. I'm intrigued how it's kind of falling here, like a bit like a game of solitaire. It's a little fun, a little playful here. Oh, this one. Okay. Yeah, so the charms will either provide us with a solution that our pet wants to share with us, or the angels will share with us, or it'll be further clarification on the card. So bear with me with a little bit of noise as I see where the charms want to fall. I will share that this is the second attempt. I'd already gone through the reading, or I started the reading. I'm going to put this back. I usually discard, but I know that it hit the card and then kind of jumped over. So it'll be interesting to me to see if similar or the same theme at least comes out in the first pile, because that's sort of where I started. That's where I had my technical issue and how to restart here. So I'm just going to place the charms up top, just so I can remember which ones went with what pile. And we're going to look at those second anyways. We're going to dive into the health themes and see sorry, get a little more straight on the camera there. There we go. We'll see where they want us to start here from our pets. I'm drawn to the middle, so we're not going to be doing any kind of linear left to right, right to left. We'll see what's the topic first. What's the issue maybe, and then we'll get into the solutions. I don't know, I hid them away. Kind of need those, Ashley. Okay. So what is their first message? I'm really getting pulled into the eyes. Again, regardless of the animal breed or your pet's breed, you know, whether farm animal or non-domestic style pet, birds, you know, more domestic style pets down here. It seems to be a commonality of all our pets for June 2025. So I know going through our monthly readings for June, there was a lot of commonalities that was happening for all of us. So I'm not surprised there would be the same thing for all of our pets here. But like I said, they're really drawing me into their eyes here, and they're very watchful of you. So I would say your routine, something in your routine is changing. They seem to be waiting for you longer as well. There seems to be a sense of waiting for your return, or even just waiting for you to finally look over and look at them. So a pretty significant degree of increase in separation is happening right now, and this could just be your attention is drawn elsewhere, right? So you could be doing, I don't know, more screen time. Maybe all the releases you've been waiting for are happening now on the streaming services, or maybe you started a new job, a new course, a new relationship. Maybe seasonally, this is a higher commitment period for you where your pet isn't with you, your pet's not coming along. And I keep getting drawn into the whistling here of the bird trying to get your attention, to look over at them, trying to call you over to spend some time here. Even to like calling you home, like trying to get you to come home earlier. Like seasonally, maybe the weather is just nice so you're out longer. The sun is setting later in your hemisphere, so, or the night sky is a lot brighter, so it's more inviting to be outdoors here. And same with our coyote here down at the bottom, and just following the pattern that's coming up. I know it's coming from the feather here, but it feels like a howl. Trying to get your attention. So there's just like a lack of attention here. Increase in distraction for you, and so, or increased absence from the environment with you is also the case. So sort of how that fits for you if you're suddenly shorter hours at home, or when you are at home, less attention available for your pet right now, or it could be a combination of both. It could be a double hit here. You both have to be away from the home a long time, or a longer time, and when you are home, your attention is, there's only so much you can give, and your pet and probably everyone else is getting a little bit less. So the firefighter symbol, for me, is like a heated situation, heated argument, or breaking down barriers. The need to break down. So I'm going to say this is going to be the need to break down some communication barrier here with your pet. In the terms of communicating with them in a different way. And as I say that, their foreheads, and even the crown here on the bird's head, become very prominent to me. So a lot of us pet parents, we will connect with our pets either forehead to forehead, nose to nose, just being very close and looking into each other's eyes. So even if you don't have a lot of time with your pet, I would say make the most of it by either getting down to their level, or bringing them up. Maybe, right? The giraffe here, bringing them up to your level, to make sure that they see eye to eye with you. You have the ability to connect, physically touch, sort of head to head. There's very much a need, a want here to connect in the headspace area. As you're saying goodbye, or as you're saying hello, using language like, I'm sorry, I know I was out late, but I'm home now. And by connecting in the like eye to eye, head to head, even focusing your petting in and around the top of the head, the neck, kind of cheek area, is going to let them know through your actions, and your emotions are going to, your emotional energy is going to flow through that you still mean well, you know. I'm not saying like they think you love them less. It really is just less time for me, and like I miss our time together. My pentagram, it's all about like exploring, being adventurous, endless possibilities. Since it's an endless line, you don't know where it starts and stops. So I'm going to focus on the adventure and exploring because this is our pets. So if possible, you know, find the opportunity in your pet's context. What makes sense for your pet is the exploration. So I would say play, you know, adventurous, explore, play. So the playtime is likely missing. If it's not completely short, it's absent altogether. So maybe you only have enough time for a quick walk versus a slow stroll and some time playing in the park. So you can still do your quick walk, but when you get back home, maybe there's a way you can play a little bit with your pet here for some extra time. So a call here for, again, that connection, right? Because playtime is usually their opportunity to be just with you. So a request here from your pet's souls with regarding the issue here. But again, I don't think you're gonna notice this as an issue. I think you're just gonna see it as your pet is quiet. Maybe your pet is preferring to return to their bed, their crate, their favorite spot in the window. So you're not too mindful of it. You think that they're being calm and leisurely, but they're actually feeling dismissed, forgotten, shunned a little bit. And they're just kind of missing your interactions with them. Okay. Let's see. Am I going left or right? So I'm gonna go left because that feels right. Okay, so we had the unicorn and our elephant. Okay. Interesting. I also had a lizard or a gecko, or was it a chameleon? I think it might have been a chameleon that came out in a reading with the birds in a multi-animal household. Okay. So you know the song Head and Shoulders, Knees and Toes? It's almost like the animals are singing like their version of that for me because I'm being drawn to the head, like the antlers, the way it's turned, the crown, and then I'm being drawn to their shoulders and then their tail. So like head and shoulders, knees and tails. Um, I think you might need to just kind of look over their joints. So in terms of head, just gently kind of, using their chin, just get them to look up, down, side to side, different angles. Um, I'm really drawn to our twisted looking back over his shoulder angle here. I don't know if your pet is sleeping awkward right now or did. I don't know if you found them. Maybe you even laugh like, oh my gosh, look at the way he's sleeping with his head hanging off the step or over the edge of the couch, or maybe there's multiple pets in your home and they sleep together and one just slept awkwardly. Like even the twist here in the antlers kind of coming off and how his head being pulled back, so his neck is pulled here, and the owl's not moving, right? Looking straight ahead, and owls go 360, and so yeah, I would gently just check the mobility of their neck gently, see if they respond. Usually it's like ears, eyes. Um, will give you a signal if something's a little tender, a little sore. You can maybe try just gently focusing some rubs and massages in the neck area. But of course, if you see anything serious, then vet visit is imperative, so they can do their analysis and assessment as well. I'm also being drawn to the knees here, the leg joints, the knees, and I was going to say feet for the owl, but they're pretty covered here. But definitely looking down here at the knees and even the knees, not the hips, but the knees. So I know in one of the zodiac monthly readings, this came up. Or was it maybe it was a pet reading, but I talked about how even just every day with just kind of touching my pup's paws, I kind of purposely make that noise like see if it's working, like playful with him, but it's my way of gently seeing if maybe he stumbled or twisted going up and down his steps. He's a small dog, so I'm very, very hyper aware of his little feet. So you may need to do the same to see if during play or just kind of running around your home, they may have bruised, may have knocked a wall, stumbled down some stairs. You know how they kind of run too fast and take a wipe out during their zoomies, or running to greet you and jump on you. So yeah, there's a message here of sort of neck mobility and sort of knees feet kind of mobility. Just kind of look over and massage the legs and the necks here. My unicorn's all about magic and sort of magical moments, reminiscing. So I'm just trying to tell them, like, because we asked them for advice and reminiscing about the past, but maybe that's the advice. Maybe for your pet, maybe there's a past injury, maybe there's a bit of a flare up. Maybe for a fact they twisted an ankle or hurt, got whiplash in the car ride one day as they went to look out the window. So maybe it's a resurfacing of a prior injury that's just uncomfortable for them right now. So some focused attention to that area. And it's also the unicorn head that they chose. So we have that neck again, the focus on the neck area here. And then with the elephant, so, think back, pending the age of your pup, it might be, something that happened to them when they were a puppy and they did the same thing again, but now they're years older, just like us humans. We don't bounce back from a little trip down the stairs or a twisted ankle as much as you do when you're a child. You kind of just get up, keep running, and then you start to reach the age where it's okay. Now it's bruising. Now it's a bit of ouchy. Now I'm limping. As I say that, they kind of brought me to the antlers again. So as you're checking the feet and the knees, limbs, maybe see if there's anything in the foot, maybe caught in the foot. Could be just a twig from being outside walking, those little branches that kind of get stuck between toes, or maybe under a claw. A month ago, it was really random. I looked at my pup and he had two claws that were actually like this. One was somehow kind of over the other, and I had to unhook them, unlink them. I don't know how he did it, but it definitely prompted me that it was time for the nail trim to happen. So they did give us the second charm here, my prestigious elephant here, and decorated elephant, kind of walking, charging ahead confidently, focused on one direction. So that might be also how they may have injured or slightly sprained themselves. You know how sometimes we can like walk into the corner of a wall. We have the joke of like the wall jumped out at you, or you know, we can turn too fast and hit the wall instead of the doorway instead. So again, kind of a tie back here to the slipping and sliding may have been the cause of some bruising here, in terms of the limbs. Again, even the neck, maybe even the way they tumbled when they slipped and fell. Maybe there was a bit of a twist in the neck. So looks like some sort of physio required here on your pets, if your pet seems sensitive in either the neck or knee and ankle region. Again, give them a gentle massage and see the degree, and then get your vet to do the proper assessment. Okay. So we'll do our third pile and see what's ailing, or what needs to be focused on. Not necessarily an ailment, but what needs to be focused on for June. And we've got 2 tiny hearts, so I'll just put them right here for now. My Made with Love heart, which is very passionate, and then my tiny charm heart, which is about start of something new. So something made with love, something full of love that they want you to start here, that you can start. I don't know why I jumped forward to the solution. Or the advice. I didn't follow my flow here. So I'm drawn into, like, I feel like the foot here is tapping. Here we have the beautiful beading and feathers kind of dangling off. Reminds me of the toys that birds use, with the little bells hanging off of them, and they usually have feathers as well. And then the puzzle pieces here remind me of the newly invented, or sort of new out of market, the pet buttons. I mean, even predating buttons, I know pet parents would use bells, or anything about the home that your pets learned to touch, for your attention here. And I feel like you have just started this with them as a way of furthering your communication, your interactivity. You know, have more of a one-on-one conversation, like you are through this reading. And that's probably why I started with the passion, like made with love. They're aware that this is you showing them love. It's something new. So this is for those of you pet parents that have just introduced this into your pet's routine, your pet's play. It looks like something you're testing out with them. Even like just learnings. So, you know, go get me the red toy. Go get me the ball, or get me this specific item or stuffy. So there's some education here that you've started, where they either tap on something, they ring something, they bring it back to you. And maybe you started it, and then the kind of chaos of June started, end of May, start of June started. So it's been put on the back burner here a little bit. The Made with Love is all about passion, heat of passion. And it's next to the pile that had the fireman symbol. So again, heat. And it's something new that they definitely want you to kind of, let's continue doing this. You know, it warms their little heart, you know, it completes their heart. It's my solid charm. so their heart is full and complete. And that's probably why it's the made with love. So we've got, love going both ways here in this interaction, this new way of learning, educating that you're doing with them. So this is very healthy, emotionally and mental health wise. Stretching their brain, stretching their capabilities, stretching your intuitive abilities with them to communicate more telepathically, to understand them better. And just the play, the interactivity here. Again, kind of connecting back to a lack of play for this group. Maybe this is, if you haven't started this could be an entire suggestion here that pets and angels are putting forward to you for how you can do light, gentle play now with these individuals by just introducing some kind of new trick or new system for them to figure out with you, some kind of education here. But I do see a lot of, like, again, they keep drawing me back to the feet here. So a lot of tapping as the interactive element here. So tapping of the feet or tapping with their noses, their beaks here. So some nice little play here. So some suggestions here for you for the month of June on just how to further connect with your pet and just be more heightened and aware. I don't know if you saw how the heart kept spinning, like very playfully. So just kind of heighten and aware for June. Be mindful of not too much separation and distance and lack of attention to your pet, so that they don't go too far down an emotional route. And then the necks and the knee and feet joints here for these pets. Just doing a light assessment and seeing who may have, like I said, slept the wrong way or bruised themselves a little bit. And then some interactive, educational play here. Just kind of quiet play with them. And you can see here, there's like a little treat on the puzzle, right? So just some gentle play, not too much congratulations, like mostly hugs and kisses and stuff for congratulations, but they enjoy sort of the light education that they're receiving here, and they're enjoying the fact that they realize that they're improving the two-way communication between the two of you. So June is definitely an opportunity to strengthen your bond here with your pets. So fantastic. So I'm going to keep notes on this. I'll timestamp below so you can jump from chapter to chapter, topic to topic. But we'll check in July and we'll see how we all did in these areas and what's the new focus on our pets' health and well-being for July. So I will see you then.